My name's Nick. My journey of faith has been a long and very gradual one. I was born and brought up here in Clifton. As a child, I was definitely interested in Jesus, and then as a teenager, a friend invited me to the youth group at Christchurch Clifton. I got involved, loved being part of the family there, and met Jane, married her eventually, and generally tried to live the life of a good Christian. Then in my early 30s, I began to become gradually disillusioned in my experience of living the Christian life. It just didn't feel authentic, and I was not sure at all that I could honestly say that I had a relationship with God. And that disappointment gradually hardened into cynicism. I think even then God was still stirring desire in my heart for him, because I recently came across a prayer I'd written in my notebook at that time saying, God, I want a real relationship with you. And I think God answered that cry of my heart in a way I never would have imagined. Later that year, we arrived at New Wine for the first time, and I hated it. I couldn't connect with what was going on in the meetings, the camping, the weather, the number of people was just too much. Never again. But I did come away with a copy of Dallas Willard's book, The Divine Conspiracy, and as I read it, this huge sense of relief flooded over me. I just felt like the bigger picture was opening up, and I got a glimpse of the God that Jesus knew and talked about, and I just drank up all the practical guidance Dallas Willard gives about exactly how we come to love and honour and consistently obey God. And I decided, right, I'm going to do everything Dallas Willard says in order that I can truly become Jesus' student in life. And the 8 years since then have been a time of a real personal renovation, of seeking to change from the inside out and to really, to straighten out my thinking about God. And looking back, I can definitely see significant change in attitudes in terms of my increasing desire for him, to know him, and awareness of my own limitations and need of him, and also a real softening, I think, of my heart towards other people. And amazingly, we've been back to New Wine every year since. Why am I being baptised now? Over the last few years, I have at times really wanted to be baptised, but felt very uncomfortable about coming forward for baptism so late in the day. But then when Rob spoke at the baptisms here in December, he explained what an important step of discipleship baptism is, and he just so strongly encouraged believers who've not been baptised to overcome whatever's holding them back and to get on with it. That kind of sealed it for me. I see my baptism as a way of saying to God, or of acknowledging before God and his family, the fact that I just don't want to do life on my own without him, and I don't even want to think about trying. I'm saying to him, I want to know you and serve you whatever the cost. I want to be yours permanently. I want to be at your disposal unreservedly. I love you, and I want, like Paul, to come to that place where I can say, I do count all things loss for the sake of knowing Christ Jesus my Lord. Here I am.